Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another video. Make sure y'all subscribe. All right, y'all. I am back with my quick keys to victory and prediction video of Mackenzie Dern versus Hannah Cifers. Now, going into this one, man, this is a big one. This is a big must win. You know, I say that about a lot of fights, but this is a must win for Dern and Cifers. You know, they're both coming off of losses. Mackenzie Dern, you know, her last fight, she lost to Amanda Ribas. Hannah Cifers, she lost her last fight to Angela Hill. So this is a big opportunity for Hannah Cifers. I'm not going to lie. You know, if she's able to take advantage of this opportunity and come away with a win against a fighter that the UFC hypes up, you know, this could open up a bigger door for her, you know, push her up in the rankings. Mackenzie Dern, you know, like I said, she needs this win to continue that hype. You know, if she could beat a fighter like Hannah Cifers, you know, they can put her back in there eventually with somebody in the top 10. So it's a must win for both fighters, of course. But looking at the keys to victory real quick, Mackenzie Dern, let the power be known. You know, I think that Mackenzie Dern, you know, she's a very powerful strawweight, very green striker, but when she lets those hands go, you know, she can definitely knock somebody out. She can definitely keep them honest. The ABC fight, Amanda Bobby Cooper, I picked her to win that fight, but Mackenzie Dern clipped her with a good right hand, took her to the ground, choked her out, you know, so she definitely has the power to knock somebody out and definitely keep them honest. Ashley Yoder, she was able to, you know, score some big shots on her, even though the fight went to the decision. I think it was Mackenzie Dern's power that was the great equalizer in that fight. So going into this one, Mackenzie Dern just needs to start landing something big. You know, don't try to set up strikes yet because he's still a green striker, but, you know, just kind of close in and, you know, set up that overhand right. You know, set up the overhand right once you close the distance against the shorter fighter. Again, I feel like the power of Mackenzie Dern can really change course in a fight, especially it's gonna be needed in this one. But next key to victory, ground game. The ground game of Mackenzie Dern, man. She has a PhD in BJJ, so she's definitely gonna want to take this fight to the ground. You know, she's a bigger, stronger fighter, so I could see her going in there trying to ragdoll somebody like Hannah Cifers. So get in the clinch, or if you're able to crack Hannah Cifers early with a big shot, just go straight for the clinch, take her down, and try to get the submission. You know, go for the submission or go for the ground and pound. Angela Hill, her ground game is average compared to Mackenzie Dern. So if Angela Hill was able to take her down, Mackenzie Dern, she's going to be able to take her down early. So definitely go for the clinches, go for the ground. You know, don't try to keep this fight on the outside. Go for the ground. Next up, I'm going to say just look for the finish in this fight. You know, definitely use your size to your advantage. You know, we know Mackenzie Dern is the bigger fighter. She's kind of a big strawweight. I'm not even sure if she's going to make weight for this fight. So she definitely just has to use her size and look for the finish in this fight. Don't try to make 3 rounds of trouble for yourself. You know, going in there against somebody like Hannah Cifers, I feel like she can get the stoppage win over. So just go ahead and use your size. Go in there and go straight. You know, just go straight for the finish. Hannah Cifers, you know, again, I feel like she has the IQ. She definitely has the technical skills to beat somebody like Mackenzie Dern, but she's going to have to execute in this fight. And looking at her keys to victory, I'm going to have to say, first off, use your feet. Your feet are very important in this fight. Footwork is very critical in this fight. And I don't mean running. I just mean using angles. Don't step straight back against, you know, the longer fighter that likes to just kind of rush in there. You don't want to step straight back. You want to use angles, make them turn, make them miss, make them reset. And by doing that, you got to use those angles. You got to step aside. You know, you got to stay out of danger, stay out of their punching zone, you know, stay out of their power zone. Hannah Cifers does have that ability, but sometimes she'll get caught in that pocket. So she definitely has to stay out of the pocket. Just keep it moving. You know, pot shot from the outside and make Mackenzie Dern wear herself out. Because sometimes Mackenzie Dern, she can get a little happy. You know, she can kind of rush in there and try to take you down. But if you make her miss, she'll continue to get frustrated and gas out. So use the feet. You know, definitely keep it moving to set up your shots and keep Mackenzie Dern resetting. Next up, the jab. Use the jab. You know, I don't care if you are the shorter fighter. If you have a very good popping jab, you know, if you know how to pop that jab, you can turn it over right, it can be effective, even for short fighters. You know, if you know how to, you know, jab your way in, use your head and feint in, you can get off 2 or 3 jabs, set up some good head kicks, or even set up your right hand. So Amanda Ribas, she was able to set up a good jab and make an easy night of work for her against Mackenzie Dern. I know that Hannah Cifers is a much shorter fighter, but I feel like if she gets that jab going early, she'll see some good success with it. It'll set up some good combinations, set up some good frustration. It's just a good weapon to bust opponents up if they're coming straight in too. You can set it up and bust somebody up with a jab all day long. I think a lot of people overlook the jab. Even in MMA, a jab is like, if you have a good established jab, it's like a pole. You just stick it in that person's chin and they'll completely stop and they'll overthink, so it'll frustrate them. So the jab is something she needs to use. Last up, experience. Hannah Cifers, she has almost double the fights that Mackenzie Dern has, so learn from those wins, learn from those losses, take those weaknesses and make them strengths. Go in there and say, I'm the fighter who's been in there with all of the, Macy Barber, Angela Hill, different styles. I've seen them all, and somebody that's this green and hasn't put together everything yet in mixed martial arts, I can kind of expose that. She needs to go in there with more of the confidence and show that she has that experience. So that's going to be those 3 keys for Hannah Cifers. But with that being said, my prediction for this fight, I'm going to have to go with Mackenzie Dern in this fight. I'm looking at size and somebody who takes advantage of those moments. I'm going to have to go with Mackenzie Dern in this one because I still feel like she has that killer instinct. And once she goes in there with fighters a little bit smaller than her, she gets a little bit more confident and she takes more chances. And when she takes those chances, it kind of sets up those power shots. And she likes to go in there and try to, go for the takedown and try to ragdoll her opponent. So I'm going to go with Mackenzie Dern probably by first or second round submission, because if Hannah Cifers stays in that pocket too long and doesn't set up the jab, she might get caught with a big shot and Mackenzie Dern can probably take her down. But if Hannah Cifers establishes that experience level, she establishes that jab early, she could probably take it out, make it a grueling fight in the 3rd round if she's able to frustrate Mackenzie Dern, because that's what she's going to need to do, frustrate her behind a good jab and gas her out. But yeah, man, that's my prediction on this one. Dern by possibly mid-round submission or first-round submission. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'll be back with Caitlin Chakay again and Antonina Shevchenko prediction next. So make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.